behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody. It's time for Palm Mash TV again. We're glad you two could join us, and we got another great episode coming up in just a moment. But before we get into that, remember to subscribe right here and click the bell. You're always going to get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And feel free to use our comment section. We'd love to hear from you as well. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And like the page, inboxes, comment, everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And we have email. It's palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And feel free to use that if you're a band or solo artist and would like to request being on the show. We'll tell you how to do that. And also, if you're simply a fan of the show, we'd love to hear from you there as well. And don't forget, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central on Roku channel Small World TV, I'll be on it. And so check that out, and all that will be recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. In just a moment, we're going to have Chelsea Householder. She's from Seleneville, Ohio, and she's really got a lot of talent. I think you'll believe that when you see the video at the end, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let's have another quick word from ClickJam. Don't go away.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, it's time for our interview, and with us from Seleneville, Ohio, we have Chelsea Householder. Thanks for joining us, Chelsea.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you on the show today. Why don't we start by the obvious question I ask around here, because everybody has their own story, but tell us a little bit about how it started for you as being an artist.
Well, I just, even from an early age, something just always clicked with me with music. Even there's home videos of me like 2, 3 years old, just watching MTV videos and CMT videos, just really attracted to music from a very young age. And I started singing at churches and different events. And then as I got older, I started really pursuing it more. I did a couple singing contests. In 2009, I was in a singing contest at a local community college and won. And in 2011, I was in another contest in PA and took third place. So doing those contests really made me realize that that's really what I wanted to do in my life. And then second contest I was in, I took third. I met a man by Slim Leehart, and he really liked my old style of country music. And he actually asked me to tour with him. He does all the traditional country. And 3-4 years, I toured all around Ohio, PA, West Virginia with him. I really, enjoyed that. We got to travel to, just really enjoyed that time with him, and he taught me a lot more about country music. Different change for me because they do classic rock, and I'm usually traditional country, but they've started to mix some country in there, and I've tried to learn to adapt and everything. So I'm kind of crossing a little bit into the rock side too, but traditionally I'm more into the old country.
Well, that's quite a story there, Chelsea. Glad you're doing what you do and helping the country artists out there. That's pretty good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your influences? I mean, I'm sure you have some influences that influence you in your songwriting and singing melodies and so forth.
Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, Willie Nelson, all that old, classic country sound. And it's kind of funny, but when I was younger, actually Elvis Presley was a big influence on me. I always, for some reason, loved Elvis, even from a young age. So I guess a little bit of the grit in my voice comes from Elvis, just listening to him all the time. So I'm definitely a big fan of the oldies for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and I can tell with Patsy Cline, I mean, you can't go wrong with the legends like her. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, tell everybody where we can find you at. I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you got physical copies, you can volunteer that as well.
I am available on, I have a YouTube channel under Chelsea Householder. I also am on Spotify and iTunes. I have my gospel EP called Old Time Religion on there. And I have a few cover songs also on Spotify. And I'm hoping to get some more, originals out there soon.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody get Chelsea Householder's music. I know she'd love you for that. And speaking of videos, we have a song for you coming up. Tell us the name of that song, and if there's a story behind it, we'd love to hear it.
Yes, I actually co-wrote this song with a guy by the name of John Drimby. The song is called "The Woman I Am Today," and he contacted me. He's a songwriter in Michigan and found me on Facebook, and he wanted to write a song around Mother's Day just to talk about how your mother influenced you in your life. So we got together and wrote this song, and it kind of talks about how my grandmother influenced me, how my mom influenced me, and how, one day if I ever would have a daughter, how I hope to pass, the things I've learned from them on to them. So.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a good song. I heard it earlier, and I know everybody out there is dying to hear it. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But before we do, I think that's all we need for right now, Chelsea. But we would love to have you back sometime. So if you have anything.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, let's get right to that song right here on Paul Mash TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Grandma Betty lived in a house just down the street. She taught me how to appreciate and taught me how to pray. She read me Bible stories and sent me out to play. And in church every Sunday she made sure my soul was saved. I called her yesterday just so I could say thank you so much, Grandma, for the woman I am today. For the woman I am today. My mama tell me, showed me the beauty and grace. She taught me how to be a lady and tie my shoelace. She showed me how to love and give and bake me birthday cakes, and taught me that in life sometimes we all can make mistakes. I called her yesterday just so I could say thank you so much, Mama, for the woman I am today. For the woman I am today. Well, I know what is right and wrong, and in God I have faith. And this here little song is just my way of saying thanks for the woman I am today. Someday maybe I'll have a daughter of my own. All those little lessons learned will I'll be passing on, helping her learn and grow just like they did for me. The most important things in life are love and family. Now it's up to me to make sure that she's free and grows into the woman that she is bound to be. That she is bound to be.